Hi guys, so we're back for week 2 of our at-home skills sessions. This week it's going to be a similar setup to last week, with some skills for catching and passing and some ball carrying skills. Similar to last week, you're going to need a ball or something that resembles a ball, such as a hoodie, a tennis ball, a pair of socks, and then you're going to need something that is similar to a cone. So again, whether it is a set of cones or some trainers or some socks. And then if you haven't got a hula hoop at home, 2 jumpers or 2 t-shirts that you can string together to make a hula hoop. Okay guys, we're going to go into our first little warm-up drill like what we did last week. So as you can see, we've got a cone set up here and a cone set up about 10 metres away. But again, it doesn't have to be 10 metres, just as much as you can get or as much as you want to run. So all we're going to do to start with is run in between the cones, touching the ball down at each end, and we're going to try and do 10 shuttles, so 10 tries. Down. Remember to keep the ball in 2 hands all the time, and like I said last week, if you want to push yourself, try and run a little bit faster or turn out the corners a little bit quicker. Okay, so moving on from that, what we're going to do now is we're still sticking with our 2 cones. What we're going to do is we're going to start ball in 2 hands, run backwards, to the cone, touch it down, and sprint through. Okay, again, 10 of them. Remember to keep the ball in 2 hands all the time. Guys, as you can see now, we've got 2 cones set up either side of the middle line that are staggered. All we're going to do is run in and out of the cones, scoring a try each end. We're going to score 10 tries again. Okay, so we've done our rest runs in and outside of the cones. What we're going to do now is we're going to step off each cone. So what we really want to see is a big powerful step every time you get to a green cone. Okay, so we get to here, step, and then score at this end, then come back. Remember, keep the ball in 2 hands. Moving on from our carrying, what we're going to move on to now is some coordination work and some balance work. So to start off with, what we're going to do is we're going to stand on one leg with the ball out in front of us, and I want to pick a point, so whether it's the ceiling line or the fence line. If you're in your garden and you're going to stand, then just move your eyes across that line, okay? Keeping that balance, keeping the ball in front of you. If you need to step down, do so, find your balance again. Okay, I want you to do that for about 2 minutes on each leg. Okay, so change over, keep the ball right in front, and do it like that. If you want to challenge yourself, what you can do is obviously pick the line, and then close your eyes. So close your eyes, and pretend that you're tracking along that line. If you see it in, or your fence, and again, swap over, and track the line like that. Again, if you've got your eyes closed, you need to put your foot down and reset. Do so, but again, try and do 2 minutes on each leg of that at least. Okay, so moving on from the balance work that we've just done, we're going to move on to some coordination with the ball around our body. So we're going to stand, and what we're going to do is we're going to go around the body, around the leg, and then around the body twice. Around the leg twice, around the other leg twice, and back up, and then around the body 3 times, and then around the legs 3 times, and so on, until we get up to 10 rotations around the body, and then 10 around each leg. We're now moving on to the last part of the session, which is passing. So to start with, what we need is our ball or our hoodie, and now if you've got a half ball. So what we want to be doing is just pushing the ball straight up into the air. Okay? It doesn't have to be a spin pass, if you want to just push it, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're looking for 10 on each hand. So a nice push, a good reach up to the ceiling. If you're in your garden, that's better, you can get as much height as you can. If not, then that's absolutely fine, just there if you're in a house. Moving on to an exercise that we did last week with our passing, so we need our ball and a partner or the wall. What we're going to do is we start and keep the ball at belly button height, and we're just going to pass to the ball, pushing our hands through to the target. So if you've got a partner, make sure they have the hands up, and that gives you something to push your hands towards. So you push them there. Make sure that we do even numbers on each side, so if we're doing 10 on our right hand, let's make sure that our left hand goes on the back, and we do 10 with our left hand as well. Push from our belly buttons to our target. We're going to go one-handed if we can, and again it doesn't have to be a spin pass, it can just be a push if we need to. We're going to have it on our hip at belly button height, and we're going to push to the target. Keeping that hand rotating through, pushing to our target. Okay. If you're struggling to get this hand up, what we want to see is this, your opposite hand up in the air, and we want to push that hand through to reach. So that's our hand, we push through and we make sure that we're even every time we pass. Same again, make sure we do equal numbers on each hand. So if we do 10 on our right, we need to do 10 on our left. Now we're moving on to a pop and a pass. So all I want to do is a pop, pass the ball. Pop, pass the ball. If you go up to, you can pass the ball on the floor, pass. But again, let's make sure that we pass on our hip and fire through to the target. Okay, or we pop it in the air, get that transfer as quick as possible into the pass. Right, so we're going to move on to our last exercise for the session. And like I said last week, it doesn't matter what number you have on the back of your shirt, you still need to be able to pass off the floor, whether you're a scrum half, a prop or a fullback. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the ball set on the floor, kneel down, again 2 hands on the ball, and we're going to flick it from the floor towards our target. So what we don't want to see is a pick up, a pull back and a pass. We want to see a nice powerful pass from the floor towards our target. And again, remember, however many we do on our right hand side, we need to do on our left hand side. So we swap across, 2 hands, pass to our target. Again, make sure that our hands are going towards the target when we pass. So as we're doing our 2-handed pass on the floor, we're going to go down, and we're going to go single hand if we can, and we're going to stand kneel and pass the ball, like so. Like we did earlier with the standing up one, if you need to put your hand up, then do so, in order to make sure you're really firing that hand through when you pass. Again, swap sides, hand up. Right guys, so I hope you enjoyed that session and you learned something from it. We'll be back again next week with another session for you to complete.